All right, fellas, time for some news, and boy, do we have some. The Chiefs went ahead and signed old friend Kareem Hunt to their practice squad, joining a backfield right now consisting of Carson Steele and not Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but also Samaje Perine for the time being. So, Dwain, Kareem Hunt didn't have the best year last year. I think he had an injury, though, so if you want to talk about what injury Kareem Hunt specifically had and overall thoughts on this move.
I'm just going to stick with lower body extremity injury.
There you go.
Look, I'll do it. I have to say this word, I don't know why. I know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I always pronounce it wrong. But it's coin with a GR in front. So groin. Did I do it right there, Hartitz? I know normally I say groin, which is really a weird thing to say about that region of the body. Or maybe that's not weird to say about that region of the body. But if I were a hockey coach, I would just say lower body extremity so that the other team doesn't target the injury.
It is, in fact, a groin injury. Thank you, Dwain, for putting up with my dumbness this early on a Wednesday. But yes, hernia sort of issue that did prevent, Kareem Hunt from getting too much going in Cleveland. Just 3 yards per carry, and he actually was the single least explosive running back in terms of that explosive run play rate. But Chris, obviously they brought him in for a reason. Now they could have brought him in at any other point, and they chose to have Samaje Perine and Carson Steele before. But the one thing Kareem Hunt did do very well last year was thrive near the goal line. Had 9 rushing touchdowns for that Browns team. And if you actually look at the highest percentage of first downs or touchdowns needing 3 or fewer yards, number 1 was Isaiah Pacheco, and number 2 was actually Kareem Hunt. So how do you see this backfield breaking down, Chris, between Steele, Hunt, and of course our guy Samaje Perine?
At least for me, I would see Hunt as more that guy that if they did need to use him in short yardage, he could wind up recouping some value, but that's just not typically how the Chiefs have wanted to play once they get into the red zone. If anything, I could see them trying to get back into their old BS of Patrick Mahomes, doing one of those shovel passes to Travis Kelce or something along those lines. So with the way that Hunt has played over the past couple of years at this point in his career, I'm not looking to him as being the guy to even ascend into the RB1 type of role for the Chiefs. Each of them have their roles. I mean, Samaje Perine essentially playing in the 3rd down, 2-minute obvious pass catching situations for his pass blocking skills. Carson Steele is more of the early down guy, and we'll see where CEH fits into the mix with all of them. So even if Kareem Hunt is more the guy that you can see being the battering ram in short yardage situations, I'm not assuming it's going to be in the short yardage situations that's going to allow him to fall into the box, which is really the point that we would want to have for fantasy purposes. So if I'm not seeing that, at least I can't project that as of right now. It's hard for me to really put him as a guy that we should be targeting from a waiver wire standpoint, unless you can get him for fairly cheap.
Dwain, we co-manage almost 15 fantasy leagues together, and guess what? A few of them do have some holes at running back. That said, I don't know about you, man. I don't really plan on spending more than 15 or 20% of our fab on any of these Chiefs running backs, and certainly not Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. Whenever I look at Kareem Hunt, I don't even really want him in. Maybe 1% is what I would put on him. I think this is going to be a committee. I think Carson Steele gets the first opportunity to be the guy punching touchdowns in from in close. To Chris's point, Andy Reid's going to do the ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. Everybody's coming out. We got guys moving all over in motion. Xavier Worthy getting pitches. You're going to have shovel passes to Travis Kelce. It's going to be hard to figure it out. Look, if I had to put a chip, it's either on Steele or it's on Perine. I think they're going to both get bid up too high. We've talked about that, on yesterday's show if people want to hear the full breakdown on it. So I'm probably not getting a lot of these guys, but because of all the injuries that are out there, we get it. You guys are having to go out there and put these bids in. So if you go after a Chiefs running back, I'm still prioritizing Steele and Perine well ahead of Kareem Hunt.
I am with you on that one. So that was the big news item from yesterday, but a couple other rapid recaps